You don't need to play. Just do it.
Hey,
Hello.
good. Yeah. What's up? All righty, man. What does Captain America mean to you? Because evidently, for some people, it doesn't necessarily mean America. Or is that what he meant? Let's discuss. Let's discuss. Good morning, and what's popping, everybody, all over the place, all over the world, on Twitch, Facebook, Spotify, Instagram. Oh, let me hit the Instagram button. I always be forgetting to hit the Instagram button. And all other places in between. You already know what it is. It is the New Blurred Order, and we are discussing today what's going on in the world of Marvel, where comments are running amok. We've got Mr. Anthony Mackie saying interesting things about how he feels about the America part of Captain America. Do we agree? Do we disagree? I don't even know. And on top of that, you've got your boy saying crazy stuff about Spider-Man, and we're gonna let the homie Tiffy air out on this young man right here. We also have some things to discuss in the realm of cosplay, mental awareness with our special guest today. And guess what? We even had the opportunity, y'all, to interview the cast, writer, and director of the new upcoming film, The Distinguished, which is all of the craze on the internets. Everybody's talking about it. Black people with magic, black boys with witchcraft and powers and ghosts and moving into all kind of portals and stuff. This is right up my alley, y'all. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it with everybody we got on the broadcast today. Let's not waste another moment. Tell them who he is, Yvette. Let's get into it.
I love the New Blurred Order. You should too.
Let me get all this 10p Wayne. All the niggas rapping about the same old thing. I've been coming through with the same old gang. Ain't shit changed except 9 got a name. Got it out the mud but we got no stains. Cold ass lizard with a gold ass chain. The girl call me daddy, not my government name. Money on my mind, got them bands on my brain. Let me tell y'all about a nigga I know. That nigga stay clean so he always got hoes. Light skinny bitches like.
All righty, guys. So as we said before, Captain America is unfortunately, did evidently take a little bit of fire for not necessarily saying something as artfully as I believe some people are saying that he should have. And I honestly don't know. This seems like a much to do about nothing for me. I'm kind of like, are we looking for stuff to complain about now? Like, did what he say really, really hurt that bad? What's up, guest? You ain't supposed to be here yet. What you doing over there? And was it warranted? Did he need to have some sort of response? I don't even know. Let's go ahead and look into this real quick. And then, Nolly, if you can help me maybe understand exactly what's going on here, maybe I can. Okay, so let's read the first original tweet. So Captain America, as we all know, Anthony Mackie, who's been playing the role of the Falcon in the Avengers movies, decided. Well, now first of all, we learned that he learned about being Captain America from Chris Evans. I think that was kind of cool, but also that he had an idea about what Captain America was. Let's just go ahead and give this tweet a gander real quick. So it says, Anthony Mackie explains what Captain America represents for him. Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term America should be one of those representations. It's about a man who keeps his word, has honor, dignity, and integrity. Now, some people misconstrued this as so on and so forth. So he had to come back and clarify, saying, let me be clear about this. I am a proud American, and taking on the shield of a hero like Cap is the honor of a lifetime. I have the utmost respect for the lives for those who serve and have served our country. Cap has universal characteristics that people all over the world can relate to. But for some strange reason, Nolly, it feels to me like he feels like he has to explain himself because his comments weren't necessarily clear. Can you kind of help me understand what it is that he was trying to say, what people are misconstruing, and was he right to begin with? Your take.
I feel like people have this idea that because his name is Captain America, that he stands for what America itself means, which on one hand, it can track. Because if we remember Captain America's origin, he was literally propaganda. He was a PR stunt. He was meant to sell stocks and bonds for war efforts. He was meant to amplify recruitment. But also let's not forget that same Captain America definitely fought the U.S. government several times. Okay. He is a man of loyalty. He is a man who stands up for his word. It's just, I feel like people don't pay attention to Captain America's actual story, and they're so hooked on the red, white, and blue and the name that they don't want to do more than surface level when it comes to what Captain America is. I don't think Captain America represents America as it is, especially currently. So I think he's correct. Captain America isn't what people assume Captain America represented, and he not wrong. And the only people who didn't get it, well, we know who they are.
So it's interesting because I tend to agree with you, but I feel like where he started to kind of get a little choked up, because if you look at this response, let's just take another look at this response, because the response is a little telling to me. This indicates something to me. You tell me if you're feeling the same thing that I'm feeling here. When I look at this response, it clearly says, let me be clear about this. I'm a proud American. Taking on the shield of a hero like Cap is an honor of a lifetime. I had utmost respect for those who serve and have served our country, as if that's the folks who were coming at him, as if veterans came out the woodwork and was like, how dare you? I served this country. You didn't serve Captain America, sir. You served the country. Okay, so like it's weird when folks try to like interpose whatever their ideals are and try to make a comment about one thing, about something completely opposite or completely irrelevant of that fact. And I feel like that's what's happening here. This is a clear stretch for folks to try to capitalize on them having to be forced to digest a Black Captain America that they more than likely don't want to see in the first place. I want to go ahead and bring in our other guest, our co-host as well, Mr. Anthony. I'm curious as to your take, man, on these comments. I hate to put you right on the screen, but bro, oh yeah, no, you in timeout, bro. He get the tardy chair today. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And we started off by talking about the Captain America quote unquote controversial comments. And I don't even know if they're necessarily considered controversial. In my opinion, that's just me. And I'm curious about your take. Nolly says that he was not wrong. Definitely says that what he said does apply, and people are misconstruing what he said and aren't also considering the fact that that Mr. Captain America was propaganda in the beginning. What say you, my friend? What's your take?
Well, it's a lot of things. You got to take into consideration the actual source material. What Anthony Mackie says echoed what Steve Rogers often said in the comics. He would often go against the system. He would often have issues with his government and their decisions, and moved on to the belief that Captain America stood for the idealism of America as opposed to the nation itself. So I don't think he said anything wrong. I think Chris Evans used to say the same thing and still does. Like he says a lot of the same views or has some of the same opinions that Mackie is talking about right now. And that outrage didn't come out then. It's just that now we're in a climate, we're in an environment, we're in a situation where some folks have feelings that they're looking for ways to justify letting out. And Anthony Mackie got picked today. He's the guy.
Exactly. I feel like that's exactly what it is, man. It's almost as if the anger that they have for seeing a Black Captain America is being used as a reason to give backlash on something that doesn't really warrant that much backlash, in my opinion. Does this, yes, do you think it slows down the progress of the movie? Do you think that folks will still go out to see this? Does this galvanize people, Black people perhaps, that may not have been that serious about going to see it, but are now like, oh, hold on, maybe this is the villain we need to get us to go out and get to the box office? What say you now? Yes.
I don't know. This movie, I think it's kind of weird that they're dropping it on Valentine's Day, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I just feel like his comments were just pre-backlashes, you know what I'm saying? With woke Twitter and everything like that. Like he just wanted to make sure that, he covered his basis on what he, you know what I'm saying, basically agrees and disagrees about being Captain America. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted that to be open, I think, before we saw the movie, which is kind of intriguing me more to see it, I think. So, I mean, I feel like this was a smart PR stunt kind of in a way. Because it's, you know, like at first I was like, okay, Captain America on Valentine's Day. I mean, I could wait. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't have to watch it like right away, you know, because it's gonna be either packed or it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll check the tickets in like a week and find out. But I mean, but this whole controversy with, you know what I'm saying, him publicly speaking and trying to basically, you know, I guess put a disclaimer out there prior so that way there aren't any hurt feelings about anybody having any misconceptions on his views towards being Captain America. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna make us want to go see the movie more. Like I want to go see the movie more now because of his comments. And you know what I'm saying? I wasn't that hyped to see it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if this helped his box office numbers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. This movie, I feel like it wasn't. Marvel in general, they're not on my top watch list right now because of all of the shit they've been giving us. And you know me, I love Marvel. I'll kick for Marvel all day, but I've never been excited about Anthony Mackie becoming Captain America, and then him I just don't feel like he has enough cadence for a standalone movie. But I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I know that we mentioned that in the comments. I personally believe that if Anthony Mackie was Aaron Pierre, that we would already sold billions of tickets. And I feel like he's being slighted because of his looks and his appeal.
It's not his looks. It's like he's not giving me like leading man energy. Okay. He's giving me like, you know what I'm saying? Like sidekick energy. He's not giving me leading man, like big dick energy. He's giving me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I'm creeping out my home guy's car trying to hit on, you know what I'm saying? Like he's just, I don't know. Like, well, we'll see.
You just call him a scrub?
I didn't call him a scrub, but I implied.
I felt
like
that's where it was going.
I implied, you know what I'm saying? But that's just, I don't know. Like I liked him in certain things and other things I didn't like him in. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see, you know what I'm saying? Like we'll see if he got leading man energy, but for the TV shows, leading man energy, I mean, he did okay, but I mean, for I don't know if he got it for the movie.
Humor me, Yaz, because I'm interested. What you said you liked them for some roles, but not for others. What roles
so like,
did you like them in?
Okay, so I don't know why, but I just like him in general in all the Marvel movies. He wasn't that appealing to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? As Falcon, like, I mean, it was a good, you know, we needed representation. We needed our Black, you know what I'm saying, character in there. But I just, as far as part of the Avengers, like Falcon wasn't always my favorite. You know what I'm saying? And like, but I did like him in what was it that he played in on Paramount, the video game Twisted Metal. Thank you. I don't know why that slipped my mind. I love that freaking game. Like the clown freaking yeah, it's my favorite. Anyway, but yeah, like Twisted Metal, I did actually enjoy him in that TV series. Like I was very surprised. I went into it with like very low expectations, and I'm not gonna lie, I was nicely, you know, just had my whole mind just blown that he could have, you know, some good main character energy, but it just wasn't enough for me to like, oh, let's put him in a movie as Captain America. Like, I don't know. I just hope that the sidekick or the villain is gonna definitely, they got to be up to par, because no offense to Anthony Mackie, I like him as an individual. It's just as far as like certain roles he plays, he's not my favorite.
I so meant to do that quietly, and I hit the wrong button. It was supposed to be the silent one. My bad. But anyway, yeah. So I feel like people share the same sentiment about Anthony Mackie. I know Steph in the past has also expressed her the whelming nature of Anthony Mackie's appearance.
Underwhelming.
Well, whelming, but like I don't even know if it's under. It's just like it's whatever. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's, you know, Goldilocks.
I am well.
Yeah. Before we move on to this knucklehead who said some stupid stuff about the wokeness of Spider-Man, Nolly, do you share the same feelings about Anthony Mackie?
No. Well, yes, he is very whelming. But because it's black-led, I'm gonna go because it's what I do. We can't ask for shit if we don't support what we get. And in order to get to better places, we gotta show them that we will show up and show out. And so I will be there.
Yeah. Anthony, same question, bro. Are you whelmed, underwhelmed, overwhelmed, content, satisfied, dissatisfied on Anthony Mackie's role as Cap Bam? Oh, my bad. Let me give him some time, man. Hold on, let me let him chew right quick.
What you eating? That looks good.
I'm CPR certified.
You got yourself like a bodega bagel or something over there? No, you in the city, so I'm about to get hella jealous if you eating one of them or a breakfast sandwich.
Yo, they got the good empanadas in Brooklyn, bro. That's all I know. Everywhere, all day. What's going on, Ant? You muted, bro.
Yeah, you muted, man.
My fault. You over here joking on my poor man sandwich, but
oh man, it looked delicious.
It looked good. Especially the way you were eating it. I'm not gonna lie, like
you got Anthony Mackie cheeks right now, yo. You said pull up.
But nah, Anthony Mackie, here's the thing with him that I think that for me always kind of sums it up. He doesn't have a lot of range. I don't really get to see him show like different aspects of Anthony Mackie. Like every time I see him in something, he's the same. He's got a lot of the same energy. He's always Anthony Mackie. And that's fine, right? But it's hard to believe in somebody. It's hard, especially when the first time I ever got introduced to him, he got beat by B-Rabbit in 8 Mile. Like,
oh my gosh.
Papa Doc, you can't unsee Papa Doc.
It's hard, yo. I need range. Like I need him to like really make me believe he's somebody else. Like I gotta put that in the past.
I almost cried on that one. Damn. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so wait a minute. All right. So have we seen Altered Carbon? Has anybody here seen Altered Carbon? The show he was in, the one that.
Yeah.
See, Anthony,
did we like his role in it? No,
I liked it.
I thought it was all right. You know what I'm saying?
Was he different?
I didn't. No, he plays the same guy. But okay. What about She Hate Me? I loved She Hate Me. That shows a little bit of range. That was earlier in his acting career. Kerry Washington. I think Rosario Dawson. I believe she may have been in that. Nope. Has anybody seen that? We don't. I think that was a little bit of range. No.
That's okay, but like I'm just saying, that little he does. Like I'm just saying, he be giving me scrub energy with that. Yeah, with that face.
Okay.
Can't tell me.
All right. Well, then let me ask this then. Maybe this is a better question. Is there anything that Anthony Mackie could do to become more of an appealing actor in your eyes? What would it take to get Anthony Mackie on your I'm down to watch that? I support this dude. Like what is he? Is there anything he can do, or is he just stuck in that? Like that's just how he is?
I don't know. I don't know if there is anything he can do. Once you're branded in the scrub, it's really hard to get out of the scrub position. I don't know. He just has side nigga energy. He needs to just get that main dick energy. Learn from Thor and Robert Downey Jr. And I don't know what to tell Chris Evans. Show the man the big dick energy.
Oh my God. Wow. Big dick energy. Anthony Mackie does it. Okay. All right. You know what? I don't feel qualified to comment on that. But on that note, let me go to the comment section and see what they talk about. So comments. The question is posed to you. Anthony Mackie, are y'all feeling him? Are we looking forward to go and see this comments? What we talking about? We talking about. Okay, so we got Roberto says Mackie is acting like this. Yo, why I gotta get praised? Yo, Brethren, you done know what I know. Make me telling us something, yeah, Brethren. Say, yo, I remember the day when hell was. All right. Scrub tendencies. Yes, you say no for perfect time. I agree with that. Yeah, I think it's definitely. I served in the military in the Cold War. I'm a boomer, and I agree. Idea. Okay. Wow. Are you a boomer? Good Lord, because that was the Cold War. That good grief. Okay. What else? Let me see. He has the receipts. So he's the Kevin Hart of Marvel. Hilarious. Some say, okay, cool. Right.
You know what? Yes.
That's a good way to put that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
The Kevin Hart. What does that mean? I don't even know if I. What?
He's just like he's the funny guy. He's the scapegoat funny guy.
He's
that's
that
what
goofy
he is.
one that you don't put too much stock into, but he's there. Like he's got something, but not enough of the something.
Oh my God! Like y'all have
no
they have zero respect for this man. Like holy, like I didn't know it was that bad. He's like she just called him side nigga energy, and now he's Kevin Hart. Like I mean, look.
We defined it. We defined it. Come on, like so many different. We did it in different ways. I did it in mean. Y'all did it nice. Okay.
Lisa's right. I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not sure excited is the right word for it.
See?
Okay. All right. So we were excited when it was Chris Evans.
Hell yeah.
No, let's get it straight. We were excited when the writing was good.
Right. That was.
We haven't even seen the movie yet.
We've been let down by Marvel consecutively for so many movies. Besides the Marvels.
She's been cheating and trifling, and we can't can't trust her right now.
Like my expectation is so low, it's practically a coffin already lowered into the ground. So I'm not going in there with very high expectations. Okay. Because I feel like if you go into something from Marvel recently with expectations, you will only disappoint yourself, and that's all you do.
All right. Well, let's take a gander at some of the comments he had, and then we'll move on to something else here real quick. This is some of the comments that he had out of his own mouth.
And I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is trustworthy and dependable. It's kind of, this is kind of like an aspect of a dream coming true. When I was a kid, all of us as actors, I believe, want to get back to that day before someone told you no. When you look out your door and you see a 5-year-old kid with a stick and he's slaying dragons to save the princess in the tower, that kid really believes there are dragons out there. That stick is really a sword and he's really trying to save that princess. And then one day somebody told him, no, there are no dragons, it's not a sword, and that princess is not there. For me, Captain America represents a lot of different things, and I don't think the term, America should be one of those representations. Like it's about a man who keeps his word, who has honor, dignity, and integrity. Someone who is.
So, I mean, when you hear him say it like this, when you hear him speak about like those without, like kids who are trying to basically live out their dreams, but are being told, look, these things aren't real. Like, yes, Santa Claus ain't real, little man. Yes, ain't no Easter bunny. All right. And I ain't going to go into all the other stuff. But having heard that, I mean, Anthony Mackie is that dude. He's the kid being told, you can't be Captain America, you know what I'm saying, because of such and such. And now our own people are like, well, yeah, you can't because you're not giving me BDE. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. As a man of the not necessarily of Aaron Pierre,
and it's not technically what we're saying. Okay, we're just saying he has. We said it. He has no versatility. He is the same man in everything. Okay, he has not recovered since he beat down and Slim Shady. Okay, he just plays the same character. He's got no and all of that working with Marvel and all of that, just, you know what I'm saying, leading man energy. He's not picked any of that shit up, and he's had his own projects for. So we are just saying, no offense to Anthony Mackie, okay, at all, in his
respectfully.
case.
Right.
But yes, respectfully, yes. But we're not like running to the box office like we would be if, no offense, Chris Evans or, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, just anybody that's not Anthony Mackie.
All right, yo. Well, I think that I identify with Anthony Mackie. All right, my cheekbones.
In what way?
I don't have BDE myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't have.
As you though.
Aren't you like 6'4"?
I was gonna say yes. I'm sorry.
Yaz has been around me. I don't walk around.
I'm out. Like, exactly. So you need to hush, because I've been around you in all of your Vince Taylor forms. So you need to hush. Okay, you got BDE. So just stop. Just stop your bullshit right now. Okay.
All right.
Don't make me call people.
To another subject, because it's getting uncomfortable.
I'm just saying, like, it's a thing.
I'm just saying, like,
it or no.
I feel like what I guess I'm trying to say is I can identify with somebody who's being told you're not qualified, or we're not gonna fuck with you because of things that you have no control over. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand that. And so I empathize with his position ever so slightly. So with that, I'd say that. But I do understand he's not Chris Evans. Chris Evans is a lead actor. He has lead actor looks, lead actor energy. And I hope that we don't start to, you know, put everybody. I'm not saying what I think. I'm saying what I'm hearing, Anthony. Anthony, what are your thoughts, bro? We got a guest in laying the way. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's just real quick then. We gotta stop. So here's the thing.
Please.
People are going to use this Anthony Mackie conversation as a reason to point and scapegoat what the box office is going to be for this Captain America movie. But I had to have this conversation with someone just yesterday. We can't forget the things that we've been saying for the past year and a half, right? Like, for those of us who are like really paying attention to the industry, watching all the stuff that's happening, we can't forget the fact that the movies had a whole troubled production, right? We can't forget the fact that we read in the headlines that every time they did a test screening, it came back with negative reception.
Right.
Can't forget the fact that it was going to go ahead, that they had to go ahead and refilm the movie practically with their reshoots. So Anthony Mackie's comments right now, again, are going to be used as a scapegoat to reflect the box office performance of this film in order to push an agenda, as if, again, we're forgetting what people have been saying for the past 18 months. Nobody was going into this movie with high expectations before he said this. But now that he said it, now we can point to this. That's just pushing an agenda, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. I think that there's definitely an agenda to devalue and to desensitize everybody to the potential that Captain America could have with Anthony Mackie. And unfortunately, I feel like it's working. But I do think that this controversy may stir up just enough interest to get folks interested. Well, let's move this along, folks. There's other things to discuss as well, as we do have a guest laying in wait. I cannot wait, guys. So don't go anywhere, because we're going to talk a little bit of cosplay and mental health, mental wellness and cosplay this morning. We do have our friend Jeff laying in wait to discuss some cosplay and mental wellness and how that goes along. That is why some of us, one of us, that's why I put on the outfit like we agreed to. But in all fairness, Bad Ty, who unfortunately wasn't able to make it, even though he pulled up this morning, is going through an emergency, and he was fully dressed up and ready to go. He was ready, like complete. I ain't even gonna tell you what he was dressed as until the end of the show, because he may or may not still make an appearance. But just know that it is definitely worth checking out if he does pull up. So I want y'all to stay tuned, because I personally, and I think we all have comments about this idiot that had something to say about Marvel, the Spider-Man show being woke and annoying, and now he's got like the whole Black cinematic universe up against him, and we don't even want. I wrestled over whether or not I should give him FaceTime. Like, should we show his face? But yes, I want y'all to see his face because I want you to see him in projects and be like, that's that woke dude. That's the dude who said that stupid stuff about a Spider-Man cartoon that stars a Black Norman Osborn and a Black Harry Osborn. That's the dude who ended up joining Disney, the company that did give us a Black Little Mermaid. Look, I have a spill. I'm going to give my spill after our guest. But for right now, if it's okay, I would like us to direct our attentions to the concept of mental wellness and cosplay, as our friend is going to discuss with us how cosplaying could actually, if I'm not mistaken, be helpful when it comes to mental wellness. Now, let's just keep it real right now. If I could just go ahead and say this, I'm just going to just say it outright. Look, we are some complex individuals, right? We complex. I myself struggle with mental health on a daily basis. I am constantly questioning my value. I'm constantly questioning whether or not I'm doing enough. I'm constantly questioning why I'm not better at so much, why I can't do more, why can't I be as good as my counterparts. I never have been able to really truly like just say, yo, you doing big things. And I feel like I've done some big things, but I will never stop and look at them like, yo, you've done well. I always like, well, that ain't shit because old boy did this. And I see online that this is happening. I should have been did this. I never rest well. So yes, when I go to MegaCon and I throw on that Miles Morales cosplay or that Black Panther and I get to pretend not just I'm dressed up, but I am actually a character, does help. And I get the sense that that's kind of what the mental health and cosplay, wellness and cosplay embodies. But let's just go ahead and ask the man himself, Mr. Jeff, who is here to discuss with us the cosplay awareness of mental. I'm saying it all wrong, bro, and I'm so sorry. I just title like multiple times. I tried to make it cute, but I don't feel like I didn't do it right. What's going on, Mr. Jeff? How you doing, sir?
Beautiful morning today.
Oh,
woke
awesome,
up
man.
nicey out.
Thank
happy
you.
to be here.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're here, friend. We're glad you're here. And if I may, I'd like to start just by complimenting the ectoplasm that you have in the back. I see we got a whole proton pack in the back, y'all. Are y'all seeing this?
Yep.
All right. So which one are you? Vinkman, Egon?
I am me. I don't want to try to make this one for like trying to be like anybody else. Cause I ain't shaving the beard for nobody anymore. So I am Jeff Cormier, Ghostbuster. I'm the same kid I was when I was 4 or 5 years old, running the backyard with that the blue proton pack busting ghosts. So now it's just a little bit more updated and looking good.
Awesome. Well, listen, Nolly, if you don't mind, I'd like to bring you into this because I know, Nolly, you were instrumental in helping us find Jeff. And what was it about Jeff's appeal and this that made it appealing for us? And just talk to us a little bit about the experience, about everything that you saw.
So for me, I've been friends with Jeff's wife for a long time. We met on a mom forum called What to Expect When Expecting. I'm aging myself there. But when we all got pregnant with our babies due in October 2008, we all met in this group. And so I've kind of like been friends with them through the years. I don't want to tell too much of their story. I'll let Jeff share what he wants to share about it. But I keep contact with her. Like, I check in often. I absolutely adore her. And I've always loved watching Jeff's cosplays. I've followed all of his like Ghostbuster stuff. And he pulls the looks together. Okay. I stand. But I always thought it was interesting because I've noticed that a lot of my friends who cosplay actually use it to kind of help with their mental health and things like that. Like, it gives them an escape. It gives them something to look forward to. sometimes crafting is absolutely therapeutic. So watching people make their cosplays and like give them that sense of fulfillment, or like, you know, they've accomplished something when they're struggling with other things, has always been great. And I know personally, especially like on our panel, we've all struggled with mental health things. I mean, like even today I was like, this is a no spoons day for me, but I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna be there. So I thought it was really cool to kind of like marry those two things together, and then also give, you know, Jeff the opportunity, because he's, you know, even though we look like we're the same color, Jeff is he's melanin redacted, and I feel like there are more complexities within our community because of, you know, the stigmas with mental health are a little bit stronger for us and things like that. Right. So I thought it would be cool to kind of like get him here and kind of bring everyone together and share our perspectives, hear more from him, hear about what his plans are with his nonprofit, and like, you know, maybe we can connect, maybe we can, you know, take part in some things. And I just thought it would be pretty cool to have him here. I feel like we don't talk about this topic as much. We like bring it up here and there, but we don't really get into it. And I think one, being vulnerable is important because it encourages other people 100%. And two, there are people who probably struggle with the same thing who tune into our show all the time and like probably don't realize that there are things out there like this that can probably help them, or, you know, get them to a place where they can seek help with these things.
I love it. I love it. Everything you said makes perfect sense. So Jeff, talk to us. When did you start? Oh, hello. Am I here?
Oh, can you hear me?
Am I here? Where'd I go?
I hear
oh my
you,
God.
But
oh my God. Let me stop. So Jeff, talk to us about how you started the project, what made you get into it, and how's it going so far?
Oh, it's going good. So I started this page over the summertime. Really, I've been kind of having this idea for a couple of years since COVID. When everything was locked down, I was seeing a few people put mental health panels online. I'm like, oh, this is great. Why aren't more people talking about this, especially, you know, during lockdowns when everyone's really struggling with it. So I just kind of had this idea, like I really want to try to kind of be positive and not take it away from my cosplay page, because I have a cosplay page, but I don't really treat it too seriously. It's just been always more of a hobby for me. But so I started this page just to get the voice out there, because I've had some mental health struggles, and I've been always pretty open about it. It was pretty public when it happened, and that's actually what got me involved with cosplay. So if you want, I can go into all that real quick.
Please.
So I'll give you a little trigger warning. It does involve child loss. So the message board that you and my wife are part of was my son Xander. He was born in October 2008, and in May of 2015 he passed away. He was 6 years old. He had a sudden asthma attack. And he was in the hospital for a few days, and then we had to make that decision to take him off life support. So obviously one of the worst things anybody can imagine going through, that just there's no preparation for that. You can never be ready to look at that reality. So as part of funeral proceeding, a lot of people were calling me, and there was a local group, Superheroes to Kids in Ohio. They had reached out, see if they could help out, maybe come to his funeral, and I asked them if they could go to his school because they were having a field day memorial event. So a couple of superheroes, we had, I think, Superman, Robin, Batgirl, and I think Poison Ivy come down and just hang out with the kids. Robin and Superman are martial artists, so they're doing some flips, doing some moves for the kids. I'm like, just putting a smile on these kindergartners' faces who just lost one of their best friends. And I'm like, you know what, this is how I'm going to pay it forward. I joined them as soon as I could, started buying costumes. Spent way too much money on cosplay, but it was for a good reason. A lot of people made donations to us. So I'm like, you know what, the least I can do is put some of that money back towards the community and how I can help out. So dealing with that, and I figure if someone who's lost a child very publicly can't talk about their mental health, who can expect anyone else to really want to? So I just kind of went all in and started throughout the whole process. I was sharing how crafting was helping me out with my mental health, and just having something to look forward to, the next convention, the next superhero event that I was going to be going to. So, doing that, then my daughter, when she was old enough, she started joining in. So we had some team ups where I was Star-Lord, she was Rocket Raccoon,
Nice.
Wolverine and X-23. So, you know, we really made a good time about it, had some fun. And now she's 13 now, so she's doing her own stuff. She's gotten into her anime, so letting her do her thing, and I'm doing mine, and figure can't just be a Ghostbuster the whole time. Maybe I can do a little bit more for the community. So decided to launch this page and just try to share some positivity and see where it went.
Love it, my friend. Well, listen, I'll open up the floor, but I just want to. I did it again. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. All right, my bad. I just want to say, for one, am sorry for your loss, of course.
Yes.
And I want to applaud you for being willing to. All right, it's gonna look a little weird. I'm gonna put me on screen. I want to applaud you for being. Oh my God! Don't put me in front of anybody. My goodness. I want to applaud you for being so willing to. Oh my God! I need some mental.
just take a breath.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe put us on the
show you some grounding techniques. I've been
stroke
learning.
the furry wall. Stroke the furry wall. Woosah, woosah.
Remember, we're live. Okay. We're live. We're live.
We're live. It's okay. Stroke the furry wall. You got this. All right. I think I got it. All right. Here we go. Yes, thank you. All right, we're good. Applaud you for being able to go through what you went through, share it with us, and then also have the wherewithal to say, you know what, I may not be the only one who's going through this. So kudos to you. Could you maybe delve a little bit into, and then I'll pass it around the horn, exactly how cosplay, as opposed to maybe other therapeutic options, is so helpful to folks in our nerdy community?
It gives you a chance to escape from just the day-to-day realities that can be pretty brutal, as we're seeing lately. So it just gives you a chance to dress up and not be yourself for a weekend, maybe. And at the same time, a lot of people overstress about it. It's like, guys, we're supposed to be here having fun. If you're on stage in competition, that's where the competition is. On the hall floor, just appreciate the artwork and the crafting, and regardless of level, people are showing up for maybe the first time in Walmart Halloween costume. Cheer them on and like, hey, they showed up, they're doing something, they're taking that chance, because you still have to walk from the parking lot into the arena, and for a lot of people that can be overwhelming, being out there in public, even though you might not even you'll probably never see anybody you recognize, but it's supposed to be having fun. And a lot of people, I think, I've lost that with the competition angle, and people just judging each other so much in the community.
I have one more comment, and then I'm gonna throw it back to Nali. This speaks directly to me, if I will. Let me just go ahead and just get us full screen, because I had a little, I struggle constantly. I literally have to stay numb to keep myself from having racing thoughts that tell me constantly how shitty a person I am, how much better I should be doing, how many mistakes I've made, and how irreconcilable I am. And so what say you to the notion that if I do cosplay and I get to go to Comic-Con for that weekend and be somebody else, that once that weekend's over, I got to go right back to that same situation? Does that in any way pose any potential hazards, or in your experience, is that small escape a necessity to be able to fill those gaps in the mental health aspect, if that makes any sense? You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, it does. So what I do, after the con weekend, I try to take a day or two just to relax. Sure, I'll probably still have to go to work, but I'm not going to focus on anything for maybe up to the next week. But it's just, then I start looking forward to the next one. Whether I'm going to wear the same thing or just who's going to be there, what celebrities you can meet. It's just trying to look forward to that next vacation without, really blowing a ton of money. It's how, because I'd love to, go to Florida, go to Hawaii or something like that, but that ain't quite in the budget. But $60 or $100 for a weekend ticket, okay, that's a full weekend of entertainment, and meeting friends I don't only see online every now and then. So it's just that good opportunity, and then you can start planning for the next one. That's how I've always looked at it. And it just, because I definitely had some dark days after losing my son, but having that thing to look forward to really helped push me to keep going with it all.
Awesome. Nali?
So in regards to your platform, what's the biggest piece of advice you could give other cosplayers, other nerds that are struggling with their mental health? Like, what's like your biggest, this is important kind of nugget of advice for them?
I would say talk about it. A lot of people want to keep it really close to the vest. They don't want to, put themselves out there that they're struggling, but everyone's struggling. If they want to admit it or not, everyone is dealing with some stuff. And having that community where you can really talk to each other about, and just in a peer-to-peer way. Because I had gone through therapy. My therapist recommended I get this certification. So I'm a licensed certified peer recovery supporter. So what that is state of Ohio, where I live, they put on this class, and a lot of other states will do this too, where their peer is just a person talking to a person. We're not really trained on book learning. It's like, hey, this has worked for me, maybe it'll work for you. What do you think is going to work for you? Versus a therapy where they're going to tell you, okay, well, this is what you have, this is what you should do, and let's look at it in 60 days to see how you're doing. That peer is what we really need to build a network in the cosplay community, where we're not competing, we're just looking out for one another and each other's mental health. Because sometimes all you need is someone to talk to vent to, and you can kind of move past some issues. So that's why I'm probably not going to look for any more additional training versus outside of this, because I really want to just be peer-to-peer support. Therapists are great; they're absolutely needed. People that can tell you what medicines to take, absolutely in a place. But I think this is like that first level to really help open a lot of people up that might not be willing to talk about it. So I figure, hey, put myself out there, and but just trying to get people to open up and share is going to be highly important for mental health, especially going forward.
Feel free to jump in, yes, Anthony, at any point in time. Don't let me push you into it. But I am curious as to your favorite cosplays. Obviously, we see what's going on in the background. You've been doing this for a minute, and you also just mentioned Rocket. You mentioned, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
These are classic cosplays, duos, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not always easy, because you have to get the costume not just for you, but you also have to coordinate it with, and then you have to match. So like just if you could just brag, just go ahead and talk about like some of the most fun experiences cosplay wise that you've been able to share with your family, with your daughters, with kids, just all of that.
Well, enough of us with the Anthony Mackie talk. Captain America is one of my first go-tos. It was my son's favorite. And one of the things I did was get a custom shield. Actually, I got it tattooed on me too. It's the Captain America shield with an X for Xander. So nice. I have a real shield like that as well. And then I got the Infinity Stones before a lot of people even knew what the Infinity Stones were about.
Those the Infinity Stones? Like, that's gangster. I love that.
So yeah, that was actually my first tattoo ever, and all done in one sitting. So that was but that was my tribute for him.
All in one sitting too?
The shield.
Is that 5 hours?
I think the shield was maybe 3 hours or so. But
right, first one.
But I think that was just a few months after he passed. I want to say it was. I'm like, you know what? I just got to do it. And then but yeah, so Cap was one of my first, and actually one of my favorite pictures is me with one of my son's best friends at a parade I was in. So he was touching the shield, checking it out for the first time while I'm dressed up as Cap. And I was actually named one of the top 75 Captain Americas in the world for Captain America's 75th anniversary. This was like my first year of cosplay. So I know it probably had a lot more to do with the story than the quality of my costume, but I think that's pretty important too, and something I learned early on. Because you can touch people regardless of quality or effort. You can just really make a difference in someone's world. Which led to one of my crummiest cosplays with, I think, a friend of the show, Adam Murray. He was
you know Adam?
I dressed up like him. I was the truck driver from Ghostbusters. And I was his profile picture for like 4 months over the summertime.
Oh, that was you?
That was
I was about to say that was you.
Full circle. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. He was just down in Pittsburgh this week, and if I had known, I would have made the trip down.
What? Okay, yeah. Adam's the homie. Yeah, we've toured together. Adam, he's in a Orlando comic, and we've worked together. We came up in the ranks before he went up and became famous for all of the roles that he's been doing in Stranger Things and She-Hulk and all these other things. So yeah, that's a he's got like a one-liner in Stranger Things. He's like, well. You heard the man.
It was the dog. It was the dog he was holding. It sold everyone. You know, people with dogs sell. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like that was it.
Oh my god, I may have to
that one.
Adam.
But yeah, that one I just bought a T-shirt off of eBay. I got a shirt over at the Goodwill. Through the Mick Foley wig I have because I've done all three faces of Mick Foley. Figure work with the body you got. So, so I just went to a local com because I like to go to that one as just something kind of ridiculous and off the wall and obscure. I'd also done WWF cameraman from the early or late 80s, early 90s, the blue jumpsuit. So I just walk around the con in that wearing it with a camcorder, just stupid stuff. But yeah, he came across that post in the Ghostbusters forum I was on. So I'm glad it made his day too, because I know he's going through it with his mom at the time. So
yeah, man. Yeah, Adam is a real good dude, man. And I mean, I definitely love. And I mean, for those who are unfamiliar, I just put him up on the screen. Adam he's been like that role that old boy plays in Spiderman where he's like, do a backflip. You know what I'm saying? He's also in Severance, and he's also in Shanghai. He's like, man, I'm out here with that's Adam. He's like a backwoods Tennessee version of that guy. You know what I'm saying? And so we love dude. We had him on the show once.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we've talked a few times. So he's a cool guy, and I was glad I could make his day. But that's just the power of where cosplay can be. You can have fun, and you never know whose life you're going to touch. So I just thought maybe I could get a couple laughs. A lot of people didn't even recognize them that were in the Ghostbuster forum. So I thought it was even funnier there.
Okay.
But yeah, so, it's all about just having fun, man.
Now check it out, Jeff. You've schooled us to a lot of things here, and I hope that we can sometimes tap back into your knowledge and resources when it pertains to using some of the things within our wheelhouse, like cosplay, to help us in the mental health awareness, mental wellness arena. But I gotta talk to you about some of this nerd stuff, bro. I'm sorry, absolutely. You ain't gonna get off the hook, old boy. I need to hear some of your opinions on some of the stuff that's going on right there. Right. So I know we're gonna talk mental health and cosplay and all that, but since you are a fan of the Ghostbusters franchise, you gotta tell me if you're feeling the most recent Frozen Empire movie, do you think that it was worth putting in the effort to make this movie? Did it do what it was supposed to do? Are you liking the reboot? And then I got even follow-ups for you. Pull up.
I am liking the reboot because I've been waiting 30 years for it. I don't care. It could be in the crappiest writing, and I probably would have been all in. I won't hate on the 2016 movie because I never seen it. The female Ghostbusters. It wasn't personal. I was waiting for my daughter to want to watch it. I'm like, okay, we'll watch it together, and she didn't. So, but no hate there. But if they had continued that story with the original characters, I think it would have made a world of difference. And I probably would have been first in line to go see it, but that was right after my son passed. I'm like, I probably shouldn't go watch a movie about ghosts and all that other nonsense right now. So for my mental health, I passed on that one at the time, just never circled back around to it. But no hate towards that movie at all. But I think I'm just happy it's back in some way, form, or fashion. I know they're coming out with the cartoon on Netflix, and I'll be watching that too. But I think it always should have been one continuation of the story. You
watched the cartoon? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. I was when I was a kid, that was my go-to. I had all the toys. I still want to get that firehouse. That's the one thing I've never gotten. And I got close to that at a Comic-Con last year to grabbing it. I'm like, $150. I couldn't justify it at the time. It'll be mine someday.
Who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna have to say, Winston. He's really the heart. He's the heart and soul of the team, because he wasn't a scientist. He was a regular guy looking for a job. Yeah. And I got to meet Ernie last year in Michigan at Comic-Con, dressed up. So one of my favorite photos there.
Nice. And for those who aren't aware, Winston is the Black Ghostbuster. And just a quick trivia fact: Winston's role was originally written, I think you probably know this, Jeff, for Eddie Murphy. Yep. Eddie Murphy was supposed to be Winston, but he turned it down. He was doing Coming to America, Harlem Nights. He was doing a bunch of other stuff, and they weren't willing to just be like, all right, we'll wait. Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis was like, we wrote it for you, but we kind of got to get this done, and the rest is history. And Winston did end up being a really, 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 really instrumental character, especially in the most recent developments, because it's all his money. Like he's the Elon of this. He's the mogul. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of cool, man.
I think growing up, Egon was my favorite, but like growing up as an adult, Winston, hands down, is my go-to guy, especially with where he's at in the movies these days.
I am a Venkman apologist. All day. Give me the guy who shows me the cards. What's this card say? I think it's a star. What are you doing? Like, come on, bro. This is the guy. Remember, he was twirling around in the water fountain. Dogs and cats sleeping together. Come on, man. Venkman is the heart of the Ghostbusters, man. If I had to squeeze him, I'm sorry. I mean, I should, for obvious reasons, like Winston as well. But Venkman is so funny. You know what I mean? Like the electrical charge shock. He even brought it back to people. I love it. And yeah, man, the Dan Aykroyd scene in the bed, and you know what? I'm sorry. I'm having a nostalgic moment. This is good for my mental wellness. I'm sorry. Good. This is for me right here. But yeah, listen, I want to hold you too long, Jeff. You're more than welcome to hang out, man. And we definitely hope for a bit. Oh, go ahead, please, Anthony. I'm sorry.
Well, I just had a quick question before Jeff leaves. I've cosplayed, right? I've felt the embrace of the cosplay community, and you know, as we were talking about it, I see now how the cosplay community can lead to like support group vibes. My question is, for those who are watching and are new to cosplay, a little bit of advice. What's the easiest way for someone new to jump into cosplay? Because it can be intimidating. You got your proton pack and Captain America shield just hanging on the wall, like all casual. Like it could be intimidating for somebody watching at home. What's your advice?
Years of collecting. I don't know how that. I don't touch my camera.
You and Molly both like. Oh,
that's how you do it. I don't know what happened, but somehow we ended up. I didn't do anything. Did the phones? All right, I don't know what happened. It's you. There it is. Let me just move my computer to the. All right. I don't know what happened. I don't know how this has happened.
Oh, whatever.
Here we are.
Go
ahead, man. Go ahead.
It's just a lot. It took years of collecting to get this type of stuff, and years of frustrating my wife and spending too much money on some stuff. But it was for my mental health too. So, but the easiest way to get started is find a character you love and just dive into it. Whether you just go to Amazon, find something that fits, and just wear that for the first time. It doesn't have to be anything crazy or special. Just show up, and maybe if you got some friends that are going, you know, hook up with them or start looking for the different chat groups, because almost every con has a page, and that way you can start connecting with people beforehand and just trying to get the vibe of the convention. But don't be scared. Just go to it and do a 1-day pass. I'd say if it's a 3-day convention, go on a Sunday. Saturday is going to be way too overwhelming, especially with someone with ADHD, anxiety issues. Sundays are usually a lot more chill. It's a shorter day. People are packing up pretty early, so it's a good vibe. Fridays aren't too bad either, but usually that's pretty late, and then you got the after parties there. So just dabble in or go to a local convention. You know, they're $10 for a ticket. You're in and out. Can be there for a couple hours, but that's the best way to kind of really dip your toe in the waters.
This I ain't gonna lie.
I'm just moving my.
I was gonna say this because the angle isn't good for my mental wellness.
I was gonna say y'all were not helping with the.
I have ADHD.
I'm just saying y'all were ADHD and me though. Damn.
I do have a question.
Like, all right, I need it to be correct. Are we good? Oh, there we go. We're good, bro. We're good. Please, Nolly, please.
Okay, so especially for Black folk and people of color, cosplay has not always been a good community for us, because it's always so and so is not black, meanwhile so and so is like literally a fucking cartoon, and their skin is pink, but that's besides the point. It's so and so is not black. You know, don't do that. Why do we have to race swap everything? We face a lot of negativity sometimes, even when people post their cosplay. There's like online harassment. What are some of the best ways that cosplayers can how cosplayers can kind of address these things so that it doesn't bog their mental health down too much?
I just if I would face that, I would just delete and then block. You know, there's no point in having them around. They're not going to be supportive now. But the characters aren't real either. So you know, skin color shouldn't matter as long as you're not. You know, I've seen plenty of white people darkening their skin, and like that's a no-go too. Like, you know, we're supposed to be here having some fun, and you know, just go and enjoy it. But there'll always be haters. I mean, even after my son passed, I got hate online. Like, oh,
What?
you know, yeah. I think one of the comments I had read was like, oh, 100 years ago, he wouldn't have even been alive this long. I'm like, oh, thanks, buddy. You know, like I'm literally about to bury my kid here, and you know, those type of comments. So
Wow.
I've never taken any of that personally because I've always been a big guy. So I've been big Captain America dressing up in that parade. And like, oh, looks like Cap's been eating well. I'm like, yeah, buddy, I'm here because I lost my son, and
Oh my
F
God.
off. So I got that type of stuff early, but I try never to listen to it. Now, doesn't mean I'm not self-conscious about myself still. I'm tired of being fat Thor. I'd like to lose some weight and be fit Thor for a change. But that's on me. So, but I've always just tried to not take it that personally because there are always going to be haters no matter what. And someone's going to say some stupid shit and it just to try to get a rise out of you. So if they're saying, oh, you know, this character's not black, I'm like, you know, who cares? Like, I love the character. That's why I'm dressing up. I'm not hopping on the movie screen and making it too woke for you. I'm here having fun expressing myself.
I love it. Oh, I love it. Yo, I think that thanks for that question, Nolly, because you know, and then I think we'll go ahead and get out of here on this. I think that because of our trauma as people of color, if I can be candid real quick, because of American history and the way that we're brought here and the things that we had to go through, even after the Civil War, after Reconstruction, after the civil rights movements, I think that we carry that trauma and we start to possibly not consider the fact that maybe this trauma isn't the only trauma that exists. Like he just put me on. Like I always go to exactly what you talk about, Nolly. Like, yeah, we always are told we ain't supposed to be. Oh no, you ain't Little Mermaid. Oh no, you're not Superman. But even him, they're trolling him. Some people are just assholes, regardless of race, color, and creed, and all of that. They're trolling this dude because he lost his child. Like I feel like just trolls maybe just look for shit that they know can bother you, and for us, they know that we're sensitive about our racial sensitivities because of what happened in America, and they just look to dig at whatever it is can get a rise out of you. And I think he just hit me to that because I hadn't considered other folks' issues in the realm of cosplay and how I can be impactful. So thank you,
and
man.
it could be anything. Be like, oh well, you know, Chadwick Boseman isn't bald. Like, who give a fuck? Like, you know, you know, throw a wig on just to be movie
I cannot.
accurate.
Oh my gosh.
It's true. He's not.
I know, but I just like
that was pick on anything.
That
you know,
was parallels,
Yes, Gerard. Yes, especially for anime characters. Like I was gonna be an anime character today, but it took too long, and I was like, nah, let me go ahead. But I will be for this MegaCon. And yes, there are not that many black anime characters. So yeah, and I saw your comment about Twitch. Yes, we're not on our Twitch. We're on Comedy Hub's Twitch today only, because we're broadcasting on all of Ant's channels as well. So we want to make sure we can be as accessible to all that. But yeah, man, listen, I won't keep you unless anybody else go. Oh yes, please. Sorry.
I just want to say, Jeff, thank you for being so open and just so incredibly amazing. It was a delight to get to talk to you today because I feel like so many people are having this vendetta of, you know what I'm saying? Like, am I good enough? You know, is is this going to work for me the way I want to without having the hesitation of, I guess, trolls or, you know what I'm saying? Like, their insecurities getting in the way. So thank you for being so open and sharing your story about your son. That the journey that you're on is incredible, and I applaud you for sharing it with the world, because it makes a difference. It really does. The fact that you keep persevering past something that was traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? So that's beautiful, I think. And I don't know. I can honestly say, like, I'm gonna start my cosplay journey now, because you just like help me, like, you know what? Fuck the trolls. We gonna do this. Okay, so
we're gonna do it together.
Yes, and like I'm actually like I'm actually working on like a company that like that's what we do. We host like birthday parties in full cosplay. Like,
nice.
So I think that's super freaking cool that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're already on that journey and I'm starting my journey. So thank you for the gumption. I appreciate it.
I say go for it. It's going to be fun, and just make the best out of it. And and the company, the mental wellness and cosplay, we're not going anywhere. We got big plans and rapid growth plans too.
Jeff, could you tell anybody watching where they could find your mental wellness and cosplay, where they can reach you, and what we need to know about you so that we can reach out?
Yeah, probably my biggest stream is Instagram. So at mental wellness and cosplay, all spelt out. But you can find me Facebook, TikTok, YouTube. I haven't really been. I really just started this maybe a month ago. I've been posting for a few months, but as a nonprofit, we've really been focusing on the last month of what we want to do to grow and build this. But we got some big plans, big ideas in the works, and we're going to be around for quite some time, I hope.
Jeff, we cannot thank you enough. For those who are watching, this is Jeff's Instagram. Please go like, follow, comment. Please take a gander at some of the useful material that he has here that can more than likely help you keep your head above water as we frolic through these trying times that we're in, where planes are falling out the sky, there are fires, the weather is all weird, and people that run the country are also. So just want to say thanks again, guys. Once again, it's the one and only Jeff from Wellness and Cosplay. Y'all give him your love, and make sure you all follow the man on the Instagrams, on everything that he's on.
Everywhere you can think of him, I'll be.
Yeah, and hopefully we will see Jeff again in the future. So once again,
I would love it, and hopefully I can get down there, your area, to a convention at some point too.
Yeah, because he's where is he again? Where are you again?
I'm up in outside of Cleveland.
Oh, you're in Cleveland. Okay.
Woo! I'm sorry for the snow, my man. Woo!
I was about to say,
grew up in Massachusetts, so I'm used to it. Unfortunately.
Okay.
I know, but still, like, y'all like digging out, you know what I'm saying? Shoveling driveways to go to work and shit. Like, oh god.
Daily.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna tell you what our weather was yesterday. I got to wear shorts for the first time this year.
I had to turn the
I did too. It was like 30. It was beautiful the other day.
What? No, see, that's crazy.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody up north. They were like, "Oh, we're having a heat wave. It's about 30 degrees." I'm like, "A heat wave?" It was in Alaska. But it's what it is. Thanks again, Jeff. Stay cool, stay you, stay authentic, and please stay in touch, homeboy. Jeff,
absolutely.
Jeff, everybody, the homie Jeff. He is Nolly. Thank you for that, man. I needed that, bro. That was like really, really, really helpful. Because I be struggling, Nolly. You know what I'm saying? So
you're not the only one, okay?
Look,
only one.
And it's so funny. I'm gonna be a little honest real quick. I'm gonna be a little honest for one quick second. Like, some folks would just call me probably an addict. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a chain smoker. I'm not gonna lie. But I feel like I've gotten into this rut where I'm trying to numb myself entirely, like from day till night, like from morning till night. Like, I don't want to be in my own head. You know what I'm saying? So like, me hitting the L or taking a pull, it helps me calm that down, and it shouldn't be. Now, I've already gone through the whole mental health system, had a psychologist, therapist, you know what I'm saying? Even went to the check myself in to inpatient at one point in time. But like, I feel like with all of that, they just prescribe you a bunch of stuff that you end up having to, and I'm like, I'd rather do it my way. You know what I'm saying? Like it has the same impact. So I mean, I don't know. I think I might be giving a little too much information, but I struggle, bro. Like I try my best to put on the strongest face when I come on here and when I go in public and when I work and when I do my comedy and when I make my jokes. But the moment I'm off this bitch, bro, I'll be like, fuck, man, I hate myself. I can't not do it. Like I don't know how to not do it. I cannot not compare myself to somebody next to me. I cannot not compare myself to my parents. I cannot not include all of my failures in life. I cannot look at myself and say, how come you have not? Like it's constant. I cannot get demons out of my head. So like, this is helpful to me. The fact that I can relate to folks that also have these type of issues, man. And I thank God for y'all. I'm not even a believer. I'm gonna keep it real, but I thank for y'all for being a support group. Cause I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like if I didn't have like Saturday mornings to pull up and talk about stuff that I can't talk about with other people, I'd probably be in a darker place, So, all right, sorry, dark turn. Let's go ahead and get back to
you're showing us that we're all human. You know what I'm saying? Like we all have insecurities. We all have things that, hold us back. But you have to remember at the end of the day, I mean, the happiest people also struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that give other people joy are the people that struggle the most. So like you got to remember that, you know what I'm saying? And just keep doing the things that you love and the things that make you happy. Like Saturday mornings, you know what I'm saying? Like we pull up, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm in Orlando more often. Maybe we start doing more cosplay stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll start
hang out.
I mean, Nolly's right there with us. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We can make it like a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and go just put a smile on our face.
Every day I cry in the shower on schedule so I could get it out because
it's healthy.
I'd be holding it in. And right now the bottle is about this full. So if I cry a little, I have some more room left for the next day.
I don't know whether to laugh at that or to cry. I was like, I'm like, oh wow. Well, I'm just saying it is nice, man. And like you said, yeah, it's like I think there was a book called the Sad Clown from back in the early 1900s. I never read it, but I think I saw the cover, didn't read it. But it's so when we think about Robin Williams, right, who made all of us laugh, I can't find anybody who has a problem with the blue genie from Aladdin, or Mrs. Doubtfire. And this dude committed suicide. You know what I'm saying?
I know. That's what I'm saying. Suicide. He was my favorite, like my all-time favorite actor is Robin Williams. Like 100%. That it still hurts. Like on his death day, I like have a whole Robin Williams fucking like legit because it hurts. He was amazing. He made so many people just laugh. That's a hard and in different manners. You know what I'm saying? Like Mrs. Doubtfire, he dressed as a woman just to be next to his kids. That shit was funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like him teaching them, you know what I'm saying, how to be better versions of themselves. That shit was funny as fuck.
Yeah, but the sad part is the tortured element of being the guy who everybody loves for making them laugh, who everybody loves for putting them in a certain pace, for making them feel happy, but not being able to do it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? For being the source of relief comedically for everybody but your own self. And how much can that hurt? People are expecting you to make them laugh. When you go to a comedy show, if you're the one on stage, yes, you've seen me. If you go up there and you got 5 minutes of silence, you're going to get some people getting up and getting out their seats and walking out. And you think that ain't going to impact you? So here's a guy who chose a career which he would be servicing everybody but himself, and it killed him. I don't want to sit here and just exclude the fact that there was pills involved and that there was other influential factors, possibly even drugs. But man, suicidal thoughts are not nothing to play with. I used to look down on people that commit suicide. Like, why would you do it to yourself? But I know now in my older age that it's not something that you necessarily want to do, that you can control. Like when you're literally being told every day by yourself that you don't need to be on earth, if things will be better, if you just didn't feel anything, if just everything went black, you wouldn't have to worry about no bullies, no debt, no relationship issues or lack thereof, man, things can get real quick. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean, we talking mental health, so I just figured, just be a little
think
bit
about
real.
that though. Like Hollywood is infamous for a lot of stars that were funny, you know what I'm saying? Like, and not providing or even assessing or even announcing, you know what I'm saying? Like they announced all their dirty, you know what I'm saying? All their dirty on everything. They didn't even announce that Robin Williams was having mental health problems. Brittany Murphy was having mental health problems.
Yeah.
Not at all. You see
Crazy
what I'm saying?
legs.
Like those were two funny people that like literally brought joy to so many people, you know what I'm saying, through their work. Christopher Walken was, you know what I'm saying, another one, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think he died of like old age though, didn't he?
No, he's still alive.
Yeah, Christopher Walken's still alive.
Still alive?
I don't know why dude is saying what he's saying, bro. Because Christopher Walken is still walking the earth.
He is? Okay, I just want to make sure. I haven't checked up on him in a while, so thank God, because I love him. Oh my God. Him as in Mango and Saturday Night Live, that whole skit is, oh my God, forever etched in my fucking brain. But I'm just saying, like, it's a stigma. You know what I'm saying? Hollywood, if you really think about it, it's mental health is not a thing that they talk about, and it's not a thing that they, you know what I'm saying, like, want to exploit or help with. You see what I'm saying? Because it's a root cause, you know what I mean? Like if you really think about it, like it's hard to keep people, you know what I'm saying, when you're in a mental, like in when you're drowning, basically, that's the best way to put it. When you're drowning, it's really hard to be that person for other people. You see what I'm saying? Especially when you don't have someone in your corner. So I think that this is a topic that really needs to be discussed, not only in our community, but in Hollywood community as well, because we've lost so many great people due to mental health.
Yeah. If I could, let me just quickly send a quick shout out to my boy Ken Miller, who's tragically his son took his life. His firstborn son took his life just last year.
Yes, Ken.
And I mean, we're talking about a funny dude. I mean, this is one of my mentors when I first got into the comedy game. Took me aside, told me the do's, the don'ts. Gave me my very first black comedy show, paid show back in 2010. And his whole set is basically about his son and his family. And so I just cannot imagine to wake up and go to your son's room and he's just not breathing. Like the guilt that goes into that. Like, what could I have done? Why didn't I do more? And he's still a comedian and he has to go back out on the road and entertain people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just want to shout out Ken. I see you. I know you out there, man. And I sent you my condolences and I know you're getting through it, but just want you to know, man, we definitely heard for you. And anybody else in our circle or even in our comments, even in our wheelhouse, point blank period, you going through something and there's any way we can assist, please, by all means, do not hesitate to reach out. We are accessible for now. All right. So let's go ahead and move forward because there are some things. There are some things still left on the docket because we still have to get to showing y'all pieces of our interviews with the cast of Distinguished, which is a short on Roku right now, which stars black men with magical powers, with superpowers. It's unlike things we've seen before. And we did get an opportunity to interview with the cast of this upcoming production. So stay tuned for that. But for right now, I'd like to get into the Spider-Man of it all, because unfortunately, we do have to discuss this. And I know we got some folks in our comments that ain't gonna like this portion, but hey, I'm going there. It don't matter. Let's go ahead and get into it. So if you all have been paying attention, I don't know if you have or not, the Spider-Man show just recently was released, if I'm not mistaken. And for those who don't know, I am Mr. Spider-Man. Like, have you seen my man cave? Yes, you've seen my cave.
Oh my gosh. There's no more room for any more Spider-Man stuff.
It is Spider this, Spider that. But unfortunately, everybody isn't necessarily as happy about the way that the Spider-Man production is going. One, Hudson, as Nolly calls him, Thames, decided to open his mouth.
A proper pronunciation. Okay, he don't deserve.
Decided to open his mouth and make the world aware of the fact that he thought that the project might be woke and annoying. Oh my God. Don't let it be woke. You mean like woke as in black or queer or inclusive of anything outside of white Judeo-Christians that are heterosexual? I don't know. And I frankly have a lot to say, but I would like to defer to one of my homies who said this better than I think anybody else here could. I will release this to you, Mr. Hudson.
There might be a lot of things, but I never took him to be a bigoted loser. Because what do you mean by this, Hudson Thames, who voices Peter Parker in the new series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that just dropped today? What exactly did you mean when you said your biggest fear was that it was going to be annoying and woke? What specifically did you mean by woke? Quickly! Actually, no, shut up. It's rhetorical. In 2025, we know exactly what it means when someone from that crowd calls something woke. We know that it's a dog whistle for racism, sexism, homophobia, and transphobia. Bigotry. Thank you, Adam Blevins, for being upfront about that and including that in your Collider article along with your interview with Hudson. This article dropped yesterday, and like I mentioned before, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man premiered today. And it's crazy how much the vibe shifted. I'm shocked at the blatant disrespect because the showrunner, Jeff Trammell, my apologies if I'm not pronouncing that name correctly, he was hyped to bring a version of New York to the series that accurately portrays the many different cultures in one of the biggest cities on Earth, because New York is diverse as hell. Don't let Friends or Sex and the City fool you. And Coleman Domingo, Oscar-nominated Coleman Domingo, who's never met a red carpet that didn't immediately submit, has already faced racist backlash because he was cast as Norman Osborn. And then you have your lead actor talking about he's happy that the show isn't woke and annoying. What? Not only is this take boring, because we get it, you're a bigot, let it rest, but it's dumb. I'm sorry, I can't not say it. My biggest fear was that it was going to be annoying and woke. Your biggest fear needs to be losing your job. Because why is he so comfortable saying that? Like I said, we know exactly what someone means when they call something woke. We know exactly who they're saying in their mind this show is for. This is just bad for business. If this show survives its first season, I think the role should be recast. It's voicing Peter Parker, not reinventing the wheel. Find someone who doesn't put the bottom line at risk. Find someone that doesn't disrespect the cast and the production crew. Find someone that doesn't disrespect the Marvel fans, because frankly, we deserve better. Peter Parker might be a lot of things, but I never took him to be a bigoted loser. Because what do you mean by this, Hudson Thames, who voices Peter Parker in the new series, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, that just dropped today? What exactly did you mean when you said your biggest fear was that it was going to be annoying and woke? What?
So this take is great for me specifically because it almost outlines exactly the way I feel. And shout out to the homie Tiffy for doing the Lord's work here. I want to go immediately to you, Nolly, because I know you got feelings on this. How you feel?
Because my comment shows right there on the bottom.
You said, hold up, let me see.
Unemployment office waiting for him to show up.
So I guess we know how you feel. Yo, so expound on that real quick. Nolly. Like what can we please
be so fucking for real? Spider-Man takes place in New York. New York, okay? In Queens, the melting pot, okay? What do you mean annoying? And why would you fix your thin ass, uncultured lips to say such a thing? Knowing what Stan Lee created Marvel on, the foundations of everything we love about Marvel, why would you fix your greasy ass, inbred looking face to say some mess like that? The showrunner is black, for fuck's sake. All right, be so for real. Is nobody afraid of keeping a job? Like, please make racists afraid again.
That part.
Because they are so emboldened these days that they would be willing to fumble a fucking bag on a show that already has a green light for 3 seasons. Why would you do that? Because I can't recall you in anything else. So why would you fumble that bag for yourself? Why? Explain to me like I'm 5. It's nice and slow. And if you got pictures, show me them too, because it's not clicking.
Anthony, any words, homeboy?
I'm not watching.
Me either.
Yeah.
I'm not watching. You know, straight up, because like a lot of people could think of whatever they want as far as the term woke and all this, and everybody lands on different sides of the fence. I think somebody's in our comments saying "go woke, go broke," like they don't know what they're watching.
Yeah, we know what that is.
There's so many different things that I could say about it. But one thing that really always bothers me about this term is that it was co-opted.
100%.
It really breaks my heart every single time I see this word used in this way, because I know growing up, it was only used in like people in the Black community. Honestly, it was really only used in the Black community, and it was supposed to be like, hey, I'm socially aware of injustices that are happening around us, and I want you to stay socially aware of injustices that are happening around us. And now when I see this, I see people who are saying, if you are socially aware of injustices that are happening to Black people, and that's something that you think is important, you're going to go broke. Right? Like, we're not going to support that. We're not giving that money. And that doesn't sit well with me, because I'm the product of my environment, right? Like, I have to train my children. I have to teach my sons on how to, get pulled over by police, right? I have to sit there and have that talk with them. I have to tell them how to address them. Some of us even go as far as to understand how to read their title based on the stripes or the type of badge they have on. I hate when I see this word co-opted and used in this way. I hate when I see people who express a certain level of, I can't even say it's bigotry, because it could just be ignorance. Honestly, it still could just be ignorance, because some people just may not have either heard that definition or and then they just repeating a learned behavior that somebody else taught them. I was watching something the other day. I don't know if it was on like Instagram or if it was on YouTube, but there was this this young man who was sitting there talking about how when he was growing up in his small town, in his school, he was bullied. And I don't know about y'all, but every once in a while we see what bullying looks like for little boys in small towns. Those kids are vicious. You might get cut, you might get beat up, you might get stomped out, you might get spit on, you might get embarrassed in front of your peers. They are mean-spirited children. And he talked about how he had to deal with that up until he reached junior high or high school. And then when he reached high school, he was able to find a crowd of people who were willing to accept him. But take him from being the bottom in his social hierarchy to putting someone else's bottom. Like, these people are stealing our jobs. Oh, these people are invading our territory. Oh, these people are thugs. And now we could talk about them being bottom. I'm no longer bottom. So whether or not that these are things they actually believe, now they're learning to adopt it because it's preventing him from being bullied and picked on by the kids that tortured him for years. He's finding relief. He's finding an escape. He's going through a mental health situation. Right? So now that he is older and he's actually not subjecting himself just to local media, because local media will only show you the perspective they want you to see based off of your region and where the voting lines are. Now that he's older and he's actually made himself more worldly aware, he's traveled, he's seen the news in New York versus the news in Kentucky. He's making more different decisions. He's like, wait, maybe I was wrong. Hey, maybe I was this. Maybe I was just ill-informed. So I see this so many different ways, and I just feel hurt that they're co-opting our word and manipulating some people to do things that they normally wouldn't do. And then I also am really upset at the bigots who are just using whatever opportunity they can to share their, mean, horrible, disgusting opinions of other people. But I'm still not watching.
And I'm gonna keep it real. Like, when you first said that in the group, my first thought was like, I'm not gonna let some dumb fuck bigot, ignorant jack shit fuck with my love of Spiderman, especially when we have a showrunner like Jeff, like Trammell, who actually probably was blindsided by this himself. You know what I'm saying? And I also, what goes through my mind is like, am I punishing everybody else Am I punishing Coleman Domingo? Am I punishing Trammell? Am I punishing all these folks because one dumb fuck said some stupid ass shit? A lot of hard work was put into making this project go green and to get this man in the right rooms with the right people to get it put on screen. So my first instinct was, nah, I'm not going to let you take my joy away of Spider-Man. But as you started to, as I started to think about it, Anthony, I was like, yo, Anthony's right. Because if we allow this, then what's going to stop them from doing it again? Right? If we don't say, nah, we can't do it, bruh, then they'll be like, all right, well, shoot, it's not that big a deal. They don't like it, but they'll get over it. No, we won't. And this was a project that was geared for us. Let's not forget, like, this is okay. All right. Can I talk? Can I just a moment? Do y'all mind if I just have a moment? I would like to
You
talk.
need soapbox?
I would like to talk to my thin-lipped friend real quick because I believe that he thinks that this serves him well. I think that in his mind, the folks that he's around, this is what he's supposed to say. Oops, I did that wrong. Hold on, let me do that. This is what he's supposed to say. That's what was supposed to happen. But I just gotta ask you a couple quick questions, though, Mr. Thames. The first question is,
and who do you think you are? And who do
you do know you're working for Disney, right? You do get the fact that you're working for the same company that turned Little Mermaid into a young black girl, right? You do get that you're working for the same company that is delivering a black Norman Osborn, the same company that is planning to give us a black Spider-Man in the upcoming features, right? You do realize that, right? And you do also, I mean, come on.
And who do you think you are?
You not understand that the woke universe is not one that exists in New York? Because New York is a microcosm of the entire globe. Everybody goes to Ellis Island. Everybody wants to be there because of the Statue of Liberty. And they don't have these issues. Why? Because they're forced to be around each other. You're pandering to a set of people that like to keep their distance from anybody that is different from them. And this is indicative of your thought patterns, homeboy. You think we can't tell that you're a Breitbart dude? You thought you were doing an interview with Tucker Carlson when you said this, but no, we see you, homeboy, and I'm gonna keep it real. Like when I saw this, I first was like,
who do you think you are?
Who is this dude? I don't know him. I've never seen him in anything in my life, and I hope I never see him again because he's clearly speaking out of his asshole. And I really, 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 really hope that Mr. Trammell himself does look at this and say, damn, I done made me a little mistake because this dude done put this whole issue ahead of my release on this project that I worked so hard for. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm almost willing to accept the fact that you just ignorant, right? You just ignorant. You're being taught that woke means black, which means not white, which means that a white person loses their place. You're being taught that you're forced the homosexual acts because that's not what you want. You're being taught that you're losing Christmas and all these other things, right? I'm almost willing to say, all right, that's what you're being taught. But where do we get this annoying part? What's the annoying aspect? What's annoying about being inclusive, Mr. Thames? Ask me what I think about woke and annoying. I agree 100% with what Anthony said. You know, there was a time when woke only meant educated, outside of what you learn in the classroom, but it's been co-opted as to mean anything that is not white, male, Christian, heterosexual. And so when you say annoying and woke, what are you really saying? That you're annoyed with the inclusion of blacks, homosexuals, non-traditional families, non-traditional roles? I think you showed us who you are, homeboy. The question is, who is Disney? Are y'all going to be DC with Ezra Miller, or will you be Marvel with Jonathan Majors? Because, I mean, look, when things happen in the Marvel universe, they don't play. They be
Time
like,
out, Anthony. Did you just have like a whole outfit change?
Did I go that long?
like did you just go from Anthony to fucking Jedi? Motherfucker, what the fuck?
I went on so long, he done went and became a Jedi.
I'm done. And
All right, my bad.
Thank you for
So
that.
much
That
good.
was good. That was a good segue, my man. That was good.
Yo, okay. I done went on so long. He done went over to Tatooine and came back.
This man had a
He
whole
got all the kyber crystals.
right.
Yo. And shout out to Nolly for looking exactly like her background. Like I damn near don't see her face.
If it's not purple, I don't want it. I'm literally all purple down to my my water bottle. My Crocs are purple.
Okay.
My glasses are purple. My Crocs.
Wow.
Look, I'm one of those like autistic people. Like if I like something, it's everywhere.
Well, here's a little purple for you, Nolly. And since we talk about stuff that we like, which one of them is not Hudson Things, I cannot believe that I can't watch Spiderman, bro. Like I'm so hot about that. I mean, I'm still torn. I'm debating over whether or not to give it a chance.
You have plenty other Spider-Man cartoons to watch and plenty other adaptations, right?
True.
Did you watch the MTV Spider-Man?
I didn't. There you go.
There you go.
Problem solved. Because I can't, and I do feel bad. I've invited, just so you all know, we have invited Mr. Thames on Thames, not him, my bad, but Mr. Not Thames, but the other one, the guy who we like, him right here, Mr. You sent us his link. Trammell. I think it's Trammell, right?
Yeah,
Mr. Trammell, who's the showrunner. I want to say Jeff Trammell is his name.
Jeff.
Jeff. We did send him an invite. I sent him an invite to the show, and maybe we'll hear from him. Maybe he'll be able to kind of talk, because unfortunately, he is the one that's out there making apologies for this other guy. And obviously, he wants to keep his job. He wants to keep his opportunities. And it sucks that he has to be subjected to this because of this idiot. But here's where we are. So I can only hope that this does not impact his future, because you don't want to do this right now, bro. I will go saber for saber with you.
Please don't. Please don't have a saber contest. Y'all both are well endowed. Okay, don't have a saber contest.
I got big D. I got the big saber energy up. Let me stop. All right, cool. Well, we were talking about things that we liked, Nolly, as you happened to mention. And one of the things that we definitely like is this distinguished short that we recently were able to get. Particular project speaks directly to get a peek at. And if it's cool, I was wondering if y'all wouldn't mind if I could perhaps share some of the interview that we had, where we were able to talk to some of the cast members from this upcoming show. First, let's go ahead and give you all a good idea of what it is that we're talking about here. So there is a short out right now for a potential project called Distinguished. And this show, Nolly, could you talk about it a little bit? I'll talk a lot.
ISO boom. Basically,
ISO boom.
You know how we love fantasy. The problem with fantasy is that it tends to be heavily European-based, melanin redacted, with diversity hires sprinkled in to keep people pleased. This project is everything we've been asking for. Everyone's always like, we can't really fuck with Harry Potter anymore, but would love to get back into like that kind of vibe, but make it Black. And that's what the Distinguished is. It's definitely Harry Potter-esque without the bigotry and racism. It's original, which we've been begging for because all this remake content is making me tired. It's original. It's unique. The short is only 16 minutes long, but let me tell you, when it pulls you in and leaves you wanting more, like I looked at the clock and I was like, ain't no way it's at 16 minutes, because this shit just started like getting real good. And now I gotta wait. It's a precursor to a novel, so it's a completely new IP. It'll be based on a novel. Not sure if we'll get more than one, but they also have a script for a feature-length project, and they want to expand the universe. And I think that we need to show up and show out and support this, because this is what we ask for. We ask for something Blackity Black. We're getting it. Show up, show out. It's streaming on Roku for free right now. It's only 16 minutes long. watch it, blow it up, share it with your friends. It's so good.
Yes, and it's like you said.
I'm fucking done. I'm done with you, Anthony. He said we're doing wellness and cosplay. Watch this shit. I'm done, Anthony. You have fucking made my day. Thank you. Oh my god.
Shit.
Who wanted Miles Morales? They
We got a Jedi Spiderman, yo. Yo,
I'm fucking done.
Yo, come on. Now with the light. Yo, the spider with the force works. Oh my god, I wasn't ready.
Oh shit. There you go. I was gonna say put the hand out. Yes. There we go.
Yo, he is. He is just more after more after more. I'm putting them in the background
today. Anthony's bringing out all the cosplays.
Yeah, man, you cooking, homeboy. You over there cooking, bro. I don't know if you can even hear me or no, but the boy is cooking. He is on fuego. I see you, bro. Yo, I'm feeling much more better mentally with all of your cosplay. That's the Spider-Man we want to see, yo. Fuck Hudson, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, well, listen, keep that same energy, homeboy, because we did have an opportunity to speak with the folks from the Distinguished show. And listen, this is, as Nolly said, a project that we, frankly, I'm just gonna say it. We have to support it. We have to support it because if we don't, then we're basically hypocrites, in my opinion, because we keep asking for these types of projects. And if they show up and we don't support them, then what do we expect to happen with them? So fortunately, we were blessed with the opportunity to speak with the cast, some of the cast of this show. And we'd like to, we're going to post a full interview sometime here in the next few days. But before we do that, we'd like to just give y'all a quick sneak peek of some of the stuff that we were fortunate to share with these folks. So without further ado, here is just a quick morsel of our discussion with the Distinguished cast. This particular project speaks directly to us. We are what we call blurs. Black nerd put it together, okay? And we are subjugated to having to watch all these projects with folks that don't look like us, that are written by folks that don't look like us, that have voices of people that look like us being voiced by people who don't. So I'm just curious about, Ricky, your experience and what it is that caused you to put out a project like this that speaks directly to people like us. Because I'm gonna keep it real, Ricky. I saw all of the clips on the gram and lovely marketing, by the way. Jabbar, I saw you with the selfie stick and all that. We doing it. It is working. But what I noticed was that you were like, okay, Black Magic, like it's almost like you know that there's a void. So what is it that inspired you to say, you know what? I am the person who's going to start this out. Let me do this for our generation. That's curious, sir. Please, if you don't mind.
You know, the crazy thing about it is it kind of speaks to what I could speak for, like myself, Tolson, and probably Jabbar on this when it comes down to like the auditioning process or trying to get anything made in the business. It's always like, well, you need to tell your authentic voice, right?
Yes.
And so going into that space of like trying to tell my authentic voice within my stories, you know, going through the whole process of, you know, pitching project after project after project. And, you know, it's my voice, but it seems to not elevate enough to what it's for someone to say, you know what, let's pull the trigger on this story. But I think, again, kind of going back, it's all about God's timing. And I felt as though that in this moment when this really came to me and how I was just like so sold out for, like, I'm just going to go for it. That was the magic that was missing because I was waiting on so many other people's permission to give myself permission to do the work that I've already know that I'm capable of doing. So it was like, you know what, let me just do this and see what happens. I mean, of course, there's a lot more that went into it, but I knew for a fact that at the end of the day, like I'm a big Harry Potter person. I love that. I love magic. I love powers. I used to get in trouble as a kid making potions and like all that kind of fun stuff. But with that being said, I was just like, you know what? This is a story that I want to tell. Seven is a lot like myself, like, you know, finding my voice, finding my magic, and knowing what I'm really capable of is something super, super special. And I have a lot of love and I have a lot of magic to give to the world. And that's coming from a loving place. And so it was really like, let me get a story. Let me fine tune a story that is synonymous to me that I know a lot of other people will identify with. And that's kind of how it really just started to manifest a lot of. But truth be told, I remember going into, conversations once I finally had a one-pager first about the idea and the concept. I'm not going to name no names, but I went to a couple friends about the idea that are high-level studio executives. And I was like, this is the idea that I have. And I showed them the one page. They're like, this is dope. And the one thing that we don't discuss, and I think this is a nugget here in terms of like industry, in terms of keeping the power and keeping yourself in the room, is your IP. And they told me, they're like, with this idea, this is really special. You need to write the book. And I was like, huh. And at first, the book was not like at the forefront of my mind. I mean, of course, the story, I already had it, but in a sense of like really going way beyond what we see, of course, you get a wrinkle of time of that within the short film in itself, but the world is so much bigger. So after I talked with my friends that are the executives about the book concept idea of it, it made perfect sense. So, and that's a whole nother story that we can kind of talk about just in the sense of like what we as Black people don't know in the industry and how to really be in the room and stay in the room.
Can I just give Ricky a little bit of extra credit too, because there's something that everybody has a story they can tell, and Ricky found a story that's personal to him. But sometimes storytellers get lucky and they tap into something that's in the zeitgeist already, that's in the air that people are craving. And I think that's exactly what happened here. We have magical stories, we have fantasy epics, but very few of them center Black people. Very few of them center queerness. Very few of them merge the lives that we as people of color live into that. And he found a way to tell a story that literally merges Black modern culture, queer culture, and everything into this fantasy epic. The appetite is there. The people are ready, and he figured it out and cracked the code on this one.
Man, listen, I'm already picking up so many nuggets, and I'm going to pass this over to Steph, but I got to ask, homeboy, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, what we repping, homeboy? We Gryffindor, bro. What set you claiming over there at Hogwarts, homeboy?
I'm Gryffindor all the way.
Oh, he's a Griffin. He's a Griffin. Should we keep it going? I'm cutting it off. I thought he was a Slytherin, bro. I'm a Rattler.
Listen.
So we Slither, strike.
Now, don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted. We got some sauce now, okay?
Yo, so we got a lot to look forward to. But this is just a taste, guys. Just a taste of what to expect from our interview, which will be dropping next week, the full entire hour-plus interview with the cast of The Distinguished. Now, keep in mind, this is not a full-fledged movie yet. This is a short that should hopefully, if it generates enough interest and demand, we can make into an actual movie. So it is on us as fans to big this project up if we want to see it go anywhere. So I will say now, I would like to go to the comment section to see what you all think. We've been talking to each other the whole broadcast, but what are y'all saying over here in the comment section? Okay, let's start from the bottom. Let's go to the top. All right, Naris, the homie Naris, who pulled up to watch me play Black Wukong all by myself. I think that was you. Oh, my bad. That wasn't even you. Was it you? It might have been you. I think it might have been Erebus. But yo, he says we demand it now. Yes, I got a feeling that you would specifically love this. Okay, Debbie, Abby, one of the damn, let me make sure I finish this correctly. Transplant from the movie blog. See, you thought I was going somewhere else, but that's not where I went. What's up, Debbie? Yes, indeed. Mati, are you a Griffin? Oh, no, we Slytherin over here. Strike, baby. Let's go ahead and keep it. Oh, yes. Oh, this is a good comment from T-Ville. We want to read this out loud. We thought the American Society of Magical Negroes was the Black Harry Potter, but we were sadly very, very mistaken. I hope it is smart, layered, and fun. We really need the Black Harry Potter that wasn't promised. And here's the thing, T-Ville. If we want this to be something, we need you to share this. We need you to demand this to be given more clout and more visibility. Why does he look like? Are you talking about my cousin Nick? Lisa, are you bringing up Nick again? Just every black man with a beard don't look alike, man. Just come on. I'm just playing, Lisa. You know I got love for you. Shout out to them Greyhounds. And this one is for Anthony, who is mysteriously dressed like Robbie from the Daily Bugle.
He's Spiderman, the one that's taking pictures. He's Peter Parker right now. Calm down.
No, I remember Robert Parker was the guy who was like, Spider-Man, man, he's good. Jonah Jameson, Spider-Man, he's good, man. He's a hero. Nope, he's a mess. He's a mess, and I want him on the cover of it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What else are we saying in the comments? What else are we? Y'all see me and Yazzie. Come on, Yazzie.
I'm not a Slytherin. Sorry, it's my brother. I am not a Slytherin. I am definitely a Gryffindor, or because I, took like the, like Harry Potter, with the game. I'm a Ravenclaw in the game because I'm smart and I'm good at puzzles and shit. So okay. I am not twisted in just like root of evil. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that cunning. Sorry. My husband, on the other hand, is a Slytherin. I married a Slytherin. So if that counts, you see what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. I will. All right. Fair enough. All right. Erebus. You're Erebus? Gerard, are you Erebus? Are you?
Yeah.
Are you giving multiple personality syndrome right now? This is the perfect day. We cosplay, man. Mental wellness. Let's get it together. That's you. That is you. Okay, yeah. I'll be straight solo, bro. I'll be sitting there kicking so much.
Okay, April, you hear it? Ravenclaw in the house.
Oh Lord, the Ravenclaw. Caw-caw.
Don't be hating. Don't be fucking hating. We'll eat your ass. Okay, I'll swoop down and come eat your ass.
Oh, you don't remember who it is? I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember too much of anything. All right, what else are we saying? So will we in the comments, we speaking oh my God, this is the first time I heard Monty cuss. You have me shit for not making, you have me shit.
She probably meant you gave me shit.
Oh, you gave me shit. I was like, okay. Ravenclaw, not with the period T. Come on, Naris.
Yes,
what are y'all? Is everybody Ravenclaw in the chat?
Oh.
That's what we doing now? That's how we feel?
Oh, that's what
I've always been sorted Ravenclaw.
Nada, you Ravenclaw too? You said who? What?
I've always been sorted as Ravenclaw, but I prefer Slytherin aesthetics, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense, but I get it.
The mountain just says, "Let me slither in you."
Yo! This is a kid show, bro. This is a family show. Oh my God, Mountain. Yeah, you devil, yes, you devil, you.
I feel you.
I'm Gerard. You okay? You have a book. Anthony, you're surprisingly silent, bro. Are you? We haven't talked about your Harry Potter ness or lack thereof. Are you of a certain house, homeboy?
What's your house?
I've seen all the movies, but I never got into the point where I actually picked a house for myself. I gotta see it.
When you're done, okay, time out. When you're done, I love you. I'm gonna send you a fucking link. Take the fucking test.
No. Yes, stop. Yes, time out.
What?
We do this shit right now. we just send me the link right now. We will find out in the next 8 minutes what house Anthony is. Make it quick. Make it quick. Snappy. Give it to me right now. What? Let me ask the comments, chat. What do y'all think, especially for the movie bloggers? What do you think that Anthony is? Come on, give us your guesses just based on your Harry Potter knowledge. What would you consider Anthony? Is Anthony Hufflepuff? Is he a Slytherin? Is he a Gryffindor? Is he a Ravenclaw? Is he even in the house? Is he just cleaning? Is he a teacher? Is he a professor? Is he Snape? What is, man? Let's talk about it, man. Come on. What's up, yeah? Come on, where we at?
I'm sending it. Hold on. I'm copying it. I'm sending it. Wait 1 second. Sending it.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Look in
okay,
the chat.
Monty said she wants the link too. Nah, Monty, you already declared what it is. Yes. Okay, so somebody, Debbie Ebby, Bo Baby Banana Fanafo Febby says Anthony is a Hufflepuff or a Griffin Slytherin. A Slytherin door, you think he is, maybe? All right, I don't know. Okay, hold up. Yeah, I'm like Anthony. No affiliations. No.
This is the official one.
House Stark. Yeah. Yo, that feels right.
We're not in Westeros.
House Stark? Is that what you just said? If you House Stark, that means your ass is dead, my man. Because all the men, except for motherfucking Bran in the wheelchair, there die. That's all I'm saying about that.
John.
Okay?
Well, no,
John
John
John is not part of the Stark family.
Yes,
Don't
he
fucking
is.
tell me
His mom is a Stark.
He is not officially a fucking Stark. He's a Stark.
He's
He's not
Ned's
a
sister's
Stark.
son.
His
Does
mom
he
is
know
a
the
Stark.
same name? He's a
No,
bastard.
he's
Yes.
not a Stark. He's a fucking Valerian or whatever the fuck they're called. The
No,
fucking,
he's half Targaryen, half
that's what I
Stark.
meant. Targaryen. That's what I meant. My bad. He's half Targaryen.
Oh
half
yeah,
Stark. He's technically
yeah.
Targaryen.
All right. Well, what he ain't, what he ain't is a Hufflepuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We still trying to. So Anthony,
All right, I'll send you the link. Do that.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Yo, okay, hold on. We are right now. We are currently literally finding out what Anthony is, man, and we cannot wait to figure it out. So you got to let us know as soon as you get that, man. We're gonna throw the drum roll on and everything, man. We want to know.
Hold on.
Oh, shoot,
Hold
what
on.
is
This
this?
is the official
Don't
one. I
rush
sent you
him.
the other one.
This is an art.
Why is this get on?
I'm saying Ravenclaw.
You think it's Ravenclaw?
Yeah. They got some tough questions.
Yeah.
Listen to shit.
Hold on. Let's give Anthony our attention right now.
Actually,
Yeah,
Anthony,
man.
hold on. Stop that one and do the one I just sent under it because this is the.
You want me to do a different one? I'm already
Yeah,
like. All right.
No, this one's better.
Oh,
All right, that
let
one.
us know
That
when
one's
you
the
drop
goof
it.
one. This is the official. My bad. You
This
gotta.
is the
You gotta do the
official
sorting
one.
hat. Yeah.
Oh, this is a whole sorting ceremony.
Yeah, you're getting
This is a
sorted,
whole-
bitch. Do that
Yeah.
shit.
Come on now. We need to know. We need to know.
Oh, man.
That's
Wait.
smart.
They want so much information. They want my birthday.
All right,
Don't
Tiffy's
say it live. You
Hufflepuff.
just gotta do it
Lisa's
on
I gotta come
Hufflepuff.
back.
Anthony's giving Hufflepuff. What makes you say that, Nerese? What is Hufflepuff? You know, can I be upfront with y'all? I don't know what Hufflepuff qualifies. I know Slytherin, we're a little sneaky. You know what I'm saying? We're magical. We're a little, we're a little secretive. I don't really know what Hufflepuff entails. Could somebody enlighten me, please? Like, what is a Hufflepuff
I got you.
versus?
Look, I got you right here. Officially, I got you on the official. Okay. All right.
Okay.
So.
Nolly, hold on. When Nolly was about to say something, what were you about to say, Nolly?
You know the term when someone says like their partner's like a golden retriever. like those guys.
They're loyal.
They're loyal.
Oh, that's a Hufflepuff.
They cute. You know.
I'm fucking done. I love you. I love you.
I feel like that's the
Yo,
most
if I pick Hufflepuff, I'm lying. Like that one is not the one now.
I mean, you might be a loyal subject. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you are. You know,
Okay, that was so fucking
we're
great.
both in matrimony.
Listen
What was you
this.
about to
It's
say? Yes.
On the official, all right, on the official Harry Potter website, all right. If you're Hufflepuff, you might belong in Hufflepuff, where they are just and loyal. Damn, they are golden retrievers. I'm fucking done.
Humble. Not he called them just freaking big Clifford the big red dog ass niggas. Yo, it's all to the good. All right. So tell me about myself. I kind of have an idea, but what does it mean about me as a Slytherin? What is that supposed to mean? Give me my horoscope. Yes. Or hold on. Let's do Nolly.
Let's do Nolly first.
Let's go to the Urban Dictionary, then to the Webster. Come on, Nolly, you first.
You're intelligent in the most cunning of ways, a huge sense of pride, but also, at times you can be, a little conflicted, but everything else fucking balances out. Okay, the cunningness, the intelligence, it's just whereas like Ravenclaws are book smart, I feel like Slytherins are street smart.
I can dig it. Yes, give me the book.
Okay, all right. Well,
yeah, just changing it to her She-Hulk outfit.
According to the book, all right, it says, or perhaps in Slytherin, you make a real friend. Those cunning folks use any means to achieve their ends. So, yeah, that means y'all shady. Cause y'all do whatever the fuck y'all want.
Yo, hold on. What happened to Street Smart? I like Nolly's version better, man.
It says those cunning folks use any means to achieve their ends, my man. So, like, what does that? What does that
the means? What do you?
I'm done, Nolly. Oh my god.
I mean, wrong with a little slidiness. I could be sneaking like a fox.
Okay, see, y'all y'all could never try out for that show, Mr. Beast, because in the box one, y'all be the niggas
Look, I
that
ain't
be
trying to
like,
mess with that white man anyway.
I'm just saying.
I would have took the whole million. Yes, every time.
Dude, that shit is nuts. That shit
I wouldn't
is nuts.
I wouldn't have lasted past the first episode. And, oh, y'all want to split 100,000? Yes. Yes.
You and Austin are not fucking strategic. That's all I'm saying. That's y'all Slytherin. Y'all are not strategic.
Hold on, let me see what Ant's saying. The Sorting Hat. Okay, well, hold on, Ant. Hold that thought. We're not going to reveal this week what Anthony's house is. Tune in next time, ladies and gentlemen.
What's wrong?
Hold on, let me do. Hold on. Let me do it like this. Well, hold on. Will Anthony be able to decide whatever house it is that he belongs into, the house of Hogwarts? Will Yaz's father-in-law keep making crazy comments in the comment section that we have to end up saying to him about afterwards, but it's okay because we still love everybody? Will Nolly come through in the same type of background that allows us to only see her face and eyes and glasses next week? Tune in next week to the next episode of the exciting New World Order. This was how Superman. Did y'all used to watch the Superman?
Yes, that was really
also
good.
Dragon Ball Z too. Dragon Ball Z used to end like that too. Remember that? All right. Well, look, we're about to hit the 30-minute, the 2-hour mark, so we might stay tuned, everybody, because we might go live a little bit after this. But we got literally 20 seconds left. And on behalf of myself, Nolly, Yaz, and even Bad Ty, who showed up but couldn't make it because something happened, please be your authentic self, because if you ain't being yourself, you're being fake. And oops, my bad. And if all things, if you ain't being you, and all things, if you a geek, go ahead and let that geek flag fly. We ain't got no time for the Yvette to call.